boop, 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 beep, boop, beep. Welcome ye to version 8.2 of the Battle Cat. Time for an update overview, I think. This update contains some stuff that I think is rather fabulous to be adding to a game that already has a lot of features, and that is a series of little shortcuts and piecemeal improvements to make it a tiny little bit better and more efficient and fancy. Now we can tap the outbreak triangle and it brings us wonderfully to where the outbreak is. It's been said also that when there's a treasure festival you can do much the same thing by tapping the icon there if it's on one specific stage. Nice little changes. There's been a little addition to the Battle Cats Officers Club, which is of course fantastic. Now you can tap on the icon and get yourself your own little icon. So I can be a dragon. Rah! Quick, choose Springtime Kenshin while no one's looking. Unfortunately though, the system of paying for the premium gold member ID card of the Officers Club remains the same. I have a good idea as to what I'd change within it, and here's what I propose they do. For a cost that ranges up to at most about £2 for a month, so that it's a lot more reasonable to purchase, what the gold card would do, as well as being fancy and shiny, is allow you to gain further rewards from levels, be that higher amounts of XP, a greater chance to get a unit, greater cat food and cat's eye rewards when Gamatoto returns from an expedition, and little improvements that you can pay for that don't break the game but really do warrant your spending on it, and that ultimately encourages gameplay a lot more than this current system does. Tell me what you think of that idea, and if we refine it together I might do a Dear Ponos about it. Oh, been a long time since I've done one of them. There's now also a different cat base equipping station. There's just one equip button here, and there's a new menu to tell you all about it, but it's got to be so simple that I've got to work out for myself how to do this. So I can have anything I want from the heads from this little scrolling menu. Well, I'll have Thunderbolt, please. And then Style tab, and then the base, of course. It's quite simple, and although I don't think it's any kind of huge efficiency improvement, it's not an offensive change, so fair enough. But rather more fantastically, there's this feature that's been added relative to the bases. If I go into the equip menu here, it's now got a little cat cannon what's it on the top of it, which means I can personalise what I'm using for each particular level. So this is a zombie outbreak. Maybe I'll put Holy Blast on. Smashing. I'll just go straight out of here without venturing into the Gamatoto menu and scrolling along, and immediately when I go into this level, now I have my Holy Blast with me. That's fantastic, really. Saving yourself time, saving yourself effort. I love saving those things because I'm lazy. Why have we got normal cannon? Oh! Cannon configurations are set up to each slot specifically. At the moment that's not proved useful, but that could prove incredibly useful. Look at all these functionality changes. What's also rather fancy is new Gamatoto areas. There's a mega bank in block capitals, like it's a clickbait video that can, again, much like Pacific Waves, get you cat's eyes, but with different combinations of them. And then Hidden Armory, which is another different combination of special and uber rare, and I mean that's just infinitely exciting. Well, I don't like clickbait, so we're gonna go to the Hidden Armory and do a normal survey of there. Here comes another little feature that they've added. The update notes say tap to skip. There you go, you can tap to skip there. So although you can't skip through the whole thing, which I reckon would be the more logical feature to add, you can make things go a little bit faster rather than having to watch Gamatoto run off, which, although only some of the way to a perfect Gamatoto change, is a sensible Gamatoto change. Have a nice time, laddie. As you can come to expect from updates nowadays, there are new user-owned rewards. Now, if we go to the end, it goes to a whopping 8,700, but still with completely pointless rewards. There's been a restructuring of the little informational screen. It seems a little strange that it's narrowed and we now have these pillar boxes. They don't look at all inviting and I'm not sure why they're there, but we have more information, which is great. We have cat's eyes. I don't know if they're previously there, but we have them anyway. We have NP below it, and also it tells you how much leadership you have, which will come in handy in a little bit when we look at that. There are new true forms as well, one of which is Sam! He evolves to the one-hit wonders. True form evolution gains improved defense and attack speed, plus gains immunity to enemy weaken effects. Now, I'm actually not going to try and judge whether that's going to be useful, because I never use Rock Revengers. But if it's better than Rock Revengers, I guess that within itself is quite good. One final part of the update is this exciting, mysterious, and for me, hard to understand feature called the Leadership Energy Recovery item. I don't know what that means, but I'm going to attempt to understand it. I've done a stream that was about 5 minutes long, using my energy and trying to find out information about it. Though a person tried their best to help me, I didn't really understand what they were saying and I don't feel like my question was answered. So this is going to be an intriguing experience. I believe that if I claim a user rank reward, which I can do now because I've spent all my energy and would have a reason to, and then do a stage afterwards, I get this item or something. So let's try that. I'm going to click on my puts, pick up my user rank reward, and there we go, 1410 cleared. You can tell I don't like using them. Ah, there we go. Look. Oh, I've already got it. I've collected 1 leadership from having got my user rank reward. Okay, that makes sense. That makes a lot more sense than I expected it would. It's structured slightly differently. Oh, hang on, that's clever. I haven't got my energy back, but there you go. Use 1 leadership for full recovery. Oh, that's brilliant. That's actually really good. I really like that. They've added a feature where you choose where your energy recovery comes into play, which makes it just a lot more versatile and brilliant. I am really enjoying this update because you know why? I'll tell you why. It's added these little performance improvements and things that make the game a little bit more efficient and a little bit more enjoyable. And I love these little tiny gradual changes making things a little bit better. Battle Cats as of recently has updated itself with so many different whopping great features that it's getting quite hard to manage all of them, which is why I've been sort of keeping back and introducing myself to them slowly. Like the concept of legend rares, I'm just not even interested in, to be honest. But this is fantastic. Little game performance improvements, and I love that. That is genuinely what an update is all about for me. The more time I've had to experience this leadership concept, the more I've thought of how brilliant it actually is. It's just such a little thing, a little consolidation of the energy refill into a usable little icon that you can choose to use when you want. But it's just such a brilliant addition. Now I can pick up user rank rewards without having to specifically engineer it for a specific time. I can be around and about watching this or that, doing this or that, and I could get myself a user rank reward, stock myself up an energy refill without having to extensively plan a stream in which I need to spend loads of energy at one time. That gives us 1 leadership, and I can do that anywhere, and in the next video or stream it would be immediately evident what I've done, and I wouldn't have wasted any time or any valuable appearance of possibly exciting events. I can just keep accepting user rank rewards, and it's not gonna give an energy refill that I can't do anything about and have to work my way around. Now it's facilitating individuality, allowing us to do our own thing with these leadership items, and I just think that's fantastic. I really like this update. I am chuffed with that, and that is update 8.2. Frankly, pretty fantastic. And I would hope and wish that your enjoyment of this video reaches at least somewhere near to my enjoyment of this update. I'm intrigued also to hear about what you think about my idea for reforming the Officers Club, but this update has had within itself a lot of great reforms, and for that I'm going to reform myself out of this recording and into making it into a video. And as my strange wording comes to a close, I bid you goodbye and say I hope you enjoyed.